Here are the latest updates from the Pna Newsroom. Vietnam expressed its commitment to boost ties with the country in terms of food security, climate change, defense, and food supply. Vietnam National Assembly Chairman Vuong Dien Hue is in Malacañang Palace today as he expressed hope to enhance the partnership between Vietnam and the Philippines. Vuong has committed to continue to work closely together with the government to strengthen the bilateral relations and elevate the role and position of the Philippines on the global stage. He said he was much impressed about the commitments made by the Philippines during the ASEAN Inter-Parliamentary Assembly in addressing the issue on climate change. He said he is looking forward to a strengthened political and government-to-government ties as well as people-to-people exchanges. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. welcomed Vuong and mentioned some of the issues that was raised during his bilateral talks with Vietnam President Nguyen Xuan Phuc at the APEC Summit last week. This includes agriculture and trade between the Philippines and Vietnam, as well as regional defense and security. Employers in the private sector are mandated to pay the 13th month pay of their workers. The Department of Labor and Employment reiterated the policy, which is equivalent to 1 month's salary of their employee. Labor Secretary Buenvenido Laguesma said that while they recognize that some of the companies are still struggling, the law must still be upheld. Employers, however, have the option to forge special arrangements for the payment of the benefit. Covered by the employment benefits are rank-and-file employees in the private sector, regardless of their position, designation, or employment status, and have worked for at least 1 month during the calendar year. The Commission on Population and Development urges the national government to provide steady streams of quality jobs to fully tap the growing number of employable Filipinos. A census by the Philippine Statistics Authority, or PSA, in 2020 showed that out of 109 million individuals, more than half, or 69.4 million, are within the 15 to 64 years old working age bracket. POPCOM said this milestone provides an opportunity to elevate the country's socio-economic conditions. POPCOM Officer in Charge Executive Director Lolito Tacardon said, aside from women and young people, the disabled, immigrants, and the elderly should also be tapped into the workforce based on the United Nations position on inclusivity. Tacardon also urged the private sector to set policies and provide programs that can capture the benefit of having a larger workforce. POPCOM marks Population and Development Week from November 23rd to 29. This year's observance focuses on the ways the growing number of the country's labor force will contribute to the nation's sustainable progress. In other news, local vegetables and indigenous food plants took center stage at the 2-day Veggie FIESTA in Batak City, Ilocos Norte. The Fiesta, or Farms and Industry Encounters Through the Science and Technology Agenda, is an exhibit featuring the latest vegetable growing and food technologies. Among the products for sale were Ilocano staples such as vegetables for Pinakbet, seasonings and food products of the Mariano Marcos State University. Master Chef RJ Roylo meanwhile led a cook fest featuring a unique fusion of veggie pinakbet and veggie pie to encourage more children to eat vegetables. The pioneering Vegetable Fest aims to introduce ripe technologies to agri-industry players who wish to uplift the living conditions of the local community. And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head on to the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and on Radio Pilipinas, RP1. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change. Good evening, everyone.